let's talk about self-sufficient living and leaving society. How can you actually do it? It's easy for me to say, hey, quit your job, sell or pack up all of your city stuff and move. Leaving the city, leaving society, moving to the country and living self-sufficient. Freedom!
Live happy, fun-loving, and carefree.
Let's be honest, change is scary. One of my go-to favorite sayings is, people will remain the same until the pain of staying the same exceeds the pain of changing. We can want to change. Changing is a big unknown, scary. Remaining the same is known. Getting up Monday morning and falling into the normal routine is, well, comfortable. Sound familiar? Yep. Self-sufficient living and leaving society means different things to different people. Each person has their own opinion, and that's fine. You get to decide what self-sufficient living means to you. And you get to decide what, hey, leaving society means to you. It's going to be different for everybody. The question is, what do we truly need to live happy? This isn't a Henry Thoreau Walden Pond journey. Hey, or is it? If I could go back and talk to my younger self, what advice would I give me? The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is now. If I could share my life experience and thoughts on self-sufficient living and leaving society with me 20 years ago, hey, what would I say? You're ready to get serious, but hey, where do you start? While I'm chatting with my 20-year younger self, I'll share my life experience and thoughts with you too. So there's 4 steps that you can start today, right now, to self-sufficient living and leaving society. So number 4 is money. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck. We're living a life that we can't afford. Bigger and bigger homes, newer and more expensive cars, fancier clothes, and on, the rat race of life. I would tell my 20-year younger self, there's more to life than making and spending money. Happiness isn't about more money. For one thing, money sure can't buy you any more time. And if you want to live self-sufficient and leaving society, you're going to need to let go of money. The goal is living life on your terms. Number 3, life's a chapter book. The story of your life will be many chapters, from the beginning of the book until the end of the book. And each chapter can be unique. Some are going to be happy, some are going to be sad. One chapter can't end soon enough, if you know what I mean. And the next chapter, hey, you hope it never ends. And that's okay. When we're talking about quitting our jobs, packing everything up, and moving on a sailboat, which we lived on full-time for 9 years, people would say things to us like, what if you don't like it? What are you going to do for work and money? Hey, what happens when you get old or sick? Even people would say, hey, what are you going to do all day long? It was simply one chapter in our book of life. We started the chapter, and eventually that chapter came to a logical end. And now we're into our homestead chapter. I would tell my 20-year younger self, don't be afraid to start a new chapter in your life. Number 2, spend more time living in the moment. Sure, it's fun to dream and plan for the future, and yes, it's nice to remember moments in your past, to a point. Self-sufficient living and leaving society requires you to live in the moment. worrying about what might be, what hasn't happened yet, hey, it wastes time that could be better spent being happy. Jump in the RV and take off down the road. Visit all 50 states. And the number one most important step of all, what could it be? What would I tell my 20-year younger self? Use all of this information to reprogram your brain. Self-sufficient living and leaving society is all about your mindset. As you begin your journey from a society-dependent life to a self-sufficient life, changing the way that you think, changing your mindset will likely be the most difficult thing that you can do. And as you begin your journey, remember, family and friends will be concerned with your plans. Yep, and they're going to try to talk you out of it. When you challenge what's normal, doing something far different, it makes them question themselves and their life choices. Hey, sorry you're working at a job that you hate. Yep, I'm real sorry. I'm going to go do something fun. It's all about mindset. You get to decide how you will live happy, fun-loving, and carefree. It might be living out in the woods. It might be living off the grid. Hey, it might be traveling and living in an RV. Freedom!